Hey guys, today we're going to be making a tutorial on making a cartoon version of this woman. You can do it with any image you want. It's fairly easy. I'll show you how. First, you want to delete the background layer. See how it has the lock on it? That means that you can't really do much with it. So you want to duplicate it and create what I usually call an original version. Delete the background layer. And for this tutorial, you want to make a cut of her body. Make a selection. You can do this with the magnetic lasso tool. This tool messes up a lot, so you will want to go and use the lasso tool to pick off spots. You can do that by pressing Shift to pick on extra spots that you missed, or Alt to remove spots. That's what I'll do right here real quick. And I'm holding Shift and making a circle around the selection. Holding Shift. There we go. Now you want to right click and click to cut out, and then you delete the excess. Yes. Now you want to create a new layer, name it background. Fill it in with a color. I chose pink. And you should be able to see if you left or you missed anything for making the selection that you can delete, like white or whatever around the body. Now make sure you have the layer selected whenever you go to delete, which I forgot to do whenever I did this, but I will fix it real quick. To undo a mistake, you can hit Alt-Control-Z. Just removing white outlines, pretty much. Now, this tutorial is set up in steps. The first step is cutting it out and making an outline, which is what we're going to do right here. We need an outline to make the cartoon version, per se. You always start out with an outline when drawing. To get the contour lines for the outline, we will duplicate layer 1 and name it outline. Then after that, you can go and add an adjustment layer of shadow and highlights, which ain't really mandatory, but it helps a lot whenever for the photocopy. See right here, we'll do that. Image, adjustments. Yeah, there we go. Now go to filter, not artistic, but sketch, photocopy. Sketch, photocopy. Alright, on this one you want the details to be 2 and the darkness to be 8. That's usually a decent layout. And after that you want to go to Image, Adjustments, Threshold. You'll be using threshold a lot in this tutorial. Now you want kind of dark lines where you can see everything pretty well. I chose this, and to remove the little black smudges and stuff, you will want to not use the eraser but the brush tool and use a white to go over them. Alright, now you want to create another layer, name it white, and you go to brightness, contrast, make sure your legacy is selected, 100% brightness, and then negative 100 contrast. You'll put that under the outline, put outline as multiply, and then you'll go to your layer, and then new fill adjustment, new fill layer, solid color. You want a skin color. Then you want to use your fill bucket and fill it black to remove all. Then you'll select your new fill layer and hit hold control while clicking on the outline picture, the little picture beside the words outline. That way you can get a selection. Then you want to use the white fill bucket to make color in the body. And then you can add a clip masking or clip mask. Not really necessary, but it is for the others. Now you want to duplicate your layer 1 and name it shading. This is when you get your shading and tone, which is really necessary for a good looking cartoon figure. You want to go to artistic and cutout, and you can debate which one looks best to you, which I think number 8 looks best personally, so I'm going to choose number 8 to use. And I'll show you how to get the shadow and tint out of this. You want to duplicate it, the shading, and name it tint, but then you want to turn the visibility of tint down so you can't see it. And you want to go to the shading, go back to the threshold, images, adjustments, threshold, and you want a pretty decent looking image. I like it whenever there's darker like that, and that way you can see more detail in the shading. Try to get them relatively the same, the shading and the tint. So if you can remember the number up there, use your magic wand to select the white and delete the white in the image. And actually deleted some black. Remember, all Control Z to go back and undo a step. Alright. After you get all this finished, we'll go back through and do the same with tint. But first, you need to go to the shading, change to soft light, and then change the opacity down to where it looks, relatively better, not really dark. Alright, now you should do the same for tint, but instead of deleting the white, you want to delete the black. Yeah. I'm sorry if the audio is off place on this recording software I'm using. It skips a lot. Now, this is one of the most important parts. It is the color. This is what gives it that feel, the good feel for looking realistic, kinda. But since it's a cartoon, you only want you want it to look real, but real to the image, the original image. First, we'll start off with lips, because you need lips color, you need eye color, you need iris, and then you need hair for this particular woman. If you had clothing, you do clothing the same way. So you'll make that layer, then you want to clip mask. Alright, and then you can just duplicate that and rename it and all that stuff. What I like to do personally is get the layer and put it up, the original layer, and then put it up at the top to where you can select the colors, the actual color from the image, to give it a more, look like the original image look. Okay. The eyes are very important parts. Makes the image look real. Makes it look really good, I suppose. Okay. Whenever you begin to color, you want to select the pen and select the mask on the what you want to work on, like the hair. You select the clip mask and you select white in the color palette. Then you'll go over the hair, whatever you want, and make it look, you know, like the original image. Okay. I'm just gonna fine tune this down a little bit. I mean, like for the sake of the tutorial, the hair where it's black, it's harder to see the lines. So I'm gonna change it to brown later on in the tutorial. Oh, the eyes. This is where it starts looking real. See the iris? That's the inside of the eye where the color is. And then the eye is the whitest. You never want a complete white in an image. You want kind of a glossy color, a glossy-ish white. Like have a blue tint in it or something. But I selected it from the actual eye of the real image. You want to, since it's important, the eyes are important in the image, I believe, I try to go into fine detail on them, make sure I get every little pixel. Yeah, I seem to have missed the inside of that eye in front of above the iris, the top right, which is not right, I suppose, but that's like a glare off the eye, if you was wondering. You can put that white too, it doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna finish the lips and we should be done. Alright, thanks for watching the tutorial, guys.